welcome. My name's Kathy A, and I thought today I would finish up my best of 2021 with the best of skincare, hair care, and beauty tools. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think we'll just start right away. I do have a lot of products here to discuss with you. So the first thing I'd like to say is really that you really need to take care of yourself, not just your skin care, but internally as well. And so I've been taking supplements now for probably 3 or 4 years. This one in particular is pretty effective. This is the Hair, Skin, and Nails Gummies. This is like a biotin. It's got like 6,000 whatevers and they're gummies, so it's like having a piece of candy in the morning. I noticed that my nails are stronger, my hair is a little bit stronger, and my skin is in a little bit better condition than it has been in previous years. I mean, I'm just looking at some of my older videos from 2013, 2014, 2015, and I'm really a wreck, and it's because I didn't take care of my skin very well, and I just started to. And the later years, 19, 20, 21, you can see that I had improvement in my skin and hair, and some of you have even said, you know, what are you doing? Because you like look better than you did, you know, before. I mean, people were real kind. So I do like try to nourish from the inside. I do take full vitamins and everything, but I always make sure to add in the biotin. Also for health, for other reasons, I am taking elderberry extract gummies. I think elderberry extract is a really good immune builder, and since we are in the day and age of COVID-19 and all its variants, it can't hurt, you know, to have some kind of an immune builder in your system. Also for general health, this is the apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar gummies. I just have a whole little candy store all in the morning. I should put them all in those candy jars, you know, just take little tongs and pull them out like candy. But I mean, I have these all linked below, but I do make sure I have these. Even if I don't want to take my full regimen of vitamins, I do take my apple cider vinegar gummies, and I do take my elderberry extract. Now, apple cider vinegar, you can take a spoonful of it if you can stand it, but I can't personally stand it, so I have to have it mixed with other stuff. And this has the mother in it too, which is the really good bacteria, positive bacteria. One of the things that I found really convenient a few years ago was the color switch. Now, I picked this up at Sephora for about $18, and what it is it looks like air conditioning filter inside of a tin can. And when you are putting eyeshadow on, you put the eyeshadow on, you then brush this through here, and it takes it off because of the texture of this air conditioning filter stuff. It takes the powder off of your brush and leaves your brush available to go into, dip into other colors without contaminating them. And I couldn't believe it. This is from Sassy and Chic, which is the Dollar Tree brand. They've got their own color switch, and it looks so much like the original. I mean, the two of them look almost identical, but what I noticed is that this one's coarser and thicker than the original, but still the function of it, you know, when you're brushing your powder eyeshadow against it, works just fine, and it looks like a color switch can. So I just saw that probably in December. So, I mean, if you just want to spend $1 and you can get yourself a nice little color switch, this is really worth it because it'll save you $18 over this one. I cannot tell you how many times a fan has come in handy, and this fan in particular, they have green ones and red ones, and this is the purple. This is from Dollar Tree. I had heard a rumor they were going up to $1.25 this year for their things. My local ones haven't done that yet, but for $1, you've got this fan. Now, this is really good if you're spraying, especially if you're spraying some kind of mist setter. So if you want to just make sure it's dry, you also get a little extra coolness there. Especially those of you going through menopause, you know that this is just a little extra touch of niceness in your makeup day. So I think a fan is really good. It does help blow things off when you were trying to set something. If you place something down and you want to maybe give it a little bit of extra air so it will set properly, these fans are great and they're only $1. This is the e.l.f. Solid Sponge Cleanser. And it's a charcoal infused one, and nothing, my Zote soap, my Fels Napta, my Dawn, everything, my Castile soap, nothing works as well as this. And if you combine a couple of them together, you can get some really stubborn stains out. I use this on things I couldn't get out with the other methods. I still have my Fels Napta and I still have my Zote soap. I have the pink bar, all around the same price. This is absolutely the best brush cleaner I have ever used, hands down. Now when I'm putting makeup on, or even concealer, or any kind of a liquid, maybe a liquid blush or a liquid contour, something like that, it's always a good idea to squeeze it out onto a tray. Now you can use, Sephora gave out these trays one year, or you can use like official makeup trays, but I found this in the Dollar Tree. It is a plate that you put under plants, and it's got a little stand on it, but I mean, you can squirt your foundation up here, you can squirt your blush down here, your contour over there, you can mix in some concealer if you want. I think this is a wonderful thing. It's so easy to clean, and it holds a lot of different blotches, so if you want to go back and squirt a little more of something else, or mix, or want to add some oil to your foundation, you want to mix it, you have room on this. And it looks nice on your vanity. You put other things on top of it till you need to use it. So again, $1 at the Dollar Tree, or you can just find one like it, just a little small glass plate. This guy, this is a Sponge Boss, and when you can't get something off of a surface, this thing takes it off immediately. This scrubby side works really well when you can't get, like if you have like makeup stuck on here, a little bit of water on it, just scrub it on here, it comes immediately off. This thing works like a dream. Unbelievable for picking up stains off of things. This works better than anything. And this is like the Scrub Daddy, Scrub Mama. This is the Scrub Boss. And it's got a smooth, it's got that general like magic eraser side, and then on the other side it's got some texture to it, so you can really clean up. Where I started using this was on my stove. I have a glass stove, and I put some cleaner on there and nothing was working. I was scrubbing with everything. Finally I used this, it came right up. It was like, oh, okay. So this magic eraser thing is really cool. If you can find the one that says Boss, Scrubby Boss, Boss Scrub, this is the one. This is the one to get. It's my good friend Mary. She is Glitzy Fritzy, and she released a set, the Essential Eye Set. Now this also sells out a lot, and I do have 2 of the brushes in this set are favorites of mine. I absolutely love them. One of them is a crease brush, and I believe it's called a crease brush. It's called a blending brush, the E25, and then the other one is an eye shading brush, the E55. These both are great, and they're both in her set, and there's also others in that set too that you can use, but this is a great set, and she's a wonderful, wonderful YouTuber. If you ever watch her, she's very down to earth, and wonderful person. For other eye brushes, I really love, this is from e.l.f. This is their, it's a brow shaper and liner duo ended. It came on a set of Snowball, I think it was called, or Snowflake, or Snow Globe. That also included some other things that I absolutely love. But I really was impressed with a lot of the e.l.f. brushes. And this one's nice. It's got a nice spoolie. It's easy to clean, and this lines so nicely. You can use it also with eyebrow powder, but I use it actually with eyeliner. shadow liner, and it works nicely with that. So that's a really nice piece. It's one of a set of 5 pieces, I believe. Thrive Cosmetics has my absolute favorite eyeshadow brush. This is my favorite eyeshadow brush. You can squeeze it and it comes a liner brush. You can use it for crease work. You can use it on the edges. It holds its shape. I've had this one now for about 2 or 3 years. I really am rough on my brushes. I wash them hard after every time I use them. I don't save brushes during the week and use them again. I wash a brush after I use it one time. So it's really held up nicely. This is a really nice eyeshadow brush. It lays down the shadow. You can use it in the crease, you can use it in the corners for detail work, and you can squeeze it together to line underneath your eye with it. So it's a very versatile brush. Use it nearly every day, and I know that because I bought this, somebody else got a little bit of help. So it's a great thing. Real Techniques is my favorite, I think, all around for brushes, for eye brushes, and actually some of the face brushes too. But I mean, there's smaller ones here. You can get the small ones, you know, just for corner work, detail work, lining, things like that. And then you've got some blending brushes, you've got crease brushes. Real Techniques to me is the best brush company out there because they are so affordable. Their brushes hold up washing after washing and year after year. And I only wish they didn't have like limited edition stuff, because I love one of my favorite brushes. This one is a face brush. It's a limited edition. It came out a couple years ago. It's still in perfect condition and I use that all the time. I really love it. But Real Techniques to me, fabulous. Makeup Geek makes the best pencil brush. That's the best pencil brush. Nobody has made a better one. Makeup Geek has the best. I mean, nobody else has come close. Maybe e.l.f. with that little one, but no, the shape is too much. It's too much unique. Makeup Geek has the best pencil, and you can use that underneath. You can use that to extend out, to blend out eyeliner. You can add a touch of sparkle. You can go underneath the line of the brow. I mean, you can do a lot of things with this particular shaped brush. So I absolutely love Makeup Geek. She's great as a person, and I love her line of stuff. And I think her stuff gets overlooked so much because there's just such an influx of new products all the time from more popular of the day kind of companies and brands. So we ignore some of these folks, but I tell you, Makeup Geek has some great stuff, great eyeshadow formula, great brushes. She's a just darn nice person. She used to do great videos telling you how to apply makeup, and I learned a lot from her over the years. And I'm just sad that she's had a little drama in her life, and then, unfortunately it was very public. But the company itself, Makeup Geek, I love this stuff. For face brushes, for concealer brushes, again, it's Real Techniques. For contour, Real Techniques, absolutely. And this from Echo Tools. It's a dual fiber face brush. You can punch it in, you can smear it around, you can punch it in to get rid of the smear marks. It's very durable. Again, I just washed it, so it's not as full as in fluffy. But Echo Tools has some great brushes, and I just saw recently they had a set where the handle had detachable brushes. You had like 4 different brush heads, and you just screwed them onto the same handle as sort of a green thing, very, very conscious of environment. And I will get that. I will try it out and see how it goes. But I love the quality of their brushes. I love their sponge. They have a great little makeup sponge as well. For powder brushes, I do love the teddy bear hair from Too Faced. This is a beautiful, this has been around for probably about 5 years now. I love it. I think the size of it is really good for general powdering. If you're just setting powder, really nice. I've been using this Jessup one, which was gifted to me by one of you years ago. I think back in 2013, 2014. This brush is still going strong, and it was a gift from one of you many years ago. It's my largest brush, and it's really nice for an overall finishing powder, not setting, but finishing. Just something to go all over very lightly with maybe a little bit of a luminous glow to it. But this year, in early December, I got the e.l.f. in one of these sets. I think it was the Snow Glow brush and blender set, blush and sponge set. This is in it, and this is one of my favorite sponges. Once you dampen this up, take all the excess water out, it's so good for concealer powder, for, you know, just dabbing in here in the, you know, the St. Bernard lines. Can really like smooth out the makeup. I love this. This is a wonderful, and it's shaped like a little football, like Stewie's head on Family Guy. Looks like Stewie's head. For powder, I actually bought a set of like 4 of these, and these are, they look like macarons. But I bought a set of 4 of these on Chic Glam's site, and I use them every day. I put my powder on usually with this when I'm setting concealer or setting around the St. Bernard lines. I use the powder puffs for that. I do have my mirror, which is lighted, and you know, it flips around to an 8x. I'm going to go to 10x probably pretty soon, but I don't know what I would do without that. I love it. And I have a portable one here that flips back and forth when I'm doing Zoom calls for work or that sort of thing, Teams calls. And I love my mirrors. I think they're just great. For other tools, when you're putting mascara on, a lot of times, especially if you're using those big old honkin' mascaras that I like, they have fibers in them, and sometimes the fibers connect at the top if you've got too many coats on. This is a comb that's curved, and what you do is you literally take it through your eyelashes, and it breaks apart those lashes that are clumped together. Especially on the bottom layer, it's really nice to take out any of the clumps at the bottom, and then use my other favorite tool, a Q-tip or cotton bud as you call it in the UK, and just go around. With my mirror on the close-up, I go around and just clean up everything. You know, so I know where I stand. I know that somebody with really good vision is not going to look at me and go, you know, when I tell them, oh, I have a beauty channel on YouTube. And so how many of you get the finger splits in the wintertime when it's so cold, the air's dry, you get these little, look like paper cuts on the edge of your fingers, and it hurts like heck. It's screaming pain sometimes, especially my thumb and my index fingers. For some reason, they're the 2 fingers on each hand that just go nuts. So what I found was I was using Aquaphor Healing Balm, and I put it on really, I washed my hands, I pat them dry, and then I put this stuff on them. And this is Amazon's version of the Aquaphor Healing. Very cheap. Put a lot on there. Slather it all over, all the edges of my hands and fingers, put it on. And then you can get these gloves really cheap. They are 6 pair for really cheap. Just trust me on this one. It's really cheap. So I put the gloves on. I think they're just one size. They stretch nicely. And I sleep in these overnight with the goop on. So with the goop and the white hands, really wonderful. In the morning, my hands are healed from the little, tiny little paper cut looking splits in my skin. A lot of that's dehydration. I know you can use other types of things. They do have a ton of products for that, but I do find that this works really nicely. For nails, speaking of dry fingertips, this is from Target, and this is a cleaner, which I can't do it because it's going to spill out, but basically it's a very, very hard sponge in there, and you stick your nail with the nail polish on in there, and you swirl it around just 4 or 5 times. When you pull it out, your nail polish is gone. It's not in anymore on your hands. And I love that because as this wears down, you can refill it with new acetone and, you know, use it on your fingers forever. So I do use, this is the Sephora. This is their water. This is like the Garnier micellar water, but this is a cleansing water from Sephora. And I just got this size. I don't know if it was a travel size or what. Absolutely wonderful, this stuff. Really good. So I totally recommend both of those items. For a lip exfoliator, and I'm always biting my lips, I have chapped lips, and again, with winter time, it's just dry skin for me. I'm in the northeast area of the United States where it's very, very dry, cold, and we're inside with heat, which strips all the moisture out of the air. So this is the more chemical peel as opposed to their brown sugar scrub. I think I prefer this one because my brown sugar scrub one from e.l.f. Wound up getting some mold on it, but I think it's because I had waited a while to use it in between. I'm not sure how we're supposed to clean it in between, or at least wipe it off after you use it, but it can develop bacteria and mold. So this one I'm being a little more careful with, and this is more of a chemical peel. You wet your lips, pat them dry, you put this on, and then you smooth it around with your fingers, and then you rinse it off with some water and pat it dry. And then I wipe down this afterwards because it's been on my gnarly lips. So that's the e.l.f. and that is a lip exfoliator. After the exfoliator, this is the Winky Lux Lip Mask. And this is wonderful. This is a mini lip sleeping mask. And I mean, you can wear it overnight sleeping. I usually put it on in the morning first thing. Once I get up in the morning, I usually have a shower, and when I'm putting all the goop on and moisturizers and all that, I put this on at that time. And then I go have breakfast and coffee, and there's a long time between when I do all my skincare and then when I put my makeup on. And that gives my skincare time to settle in a little bit. This is from a company called La Cura. I think they're based out of Germany. You can find this product in Aldi, A-L-D-I, that store. They sell it. You can also get this on Amazon, pretty easy. This is the foaming gel cleanser, and there's a little bit of a scent to it. This is a makeup removing cleanser. This does a great job at all-purpose facial cleansing. I love it so much. I have a backup, and this is about down to here now, but I have a backup of it. And then in December, I tried the e.l.f. skincare, and I'm crazy about this. This is the Mint Melt. This is a minty, fresh, cooling cleanser. Now, I don't feel any cooling from this, but I do. There's a little bit of a chocolate minty kind of smell to it. I'd say more of a mint, yeah, like a peppermint kind of thing. This is a foam. You don't need much. The foam all over your face. Rinse your face is spotless. Spotless. It's a wonderful cleanser, one of the best I've used. So it actually really replaces this in my cabinet. I'm going to be using this year as my cleanser until I try something else new, which as you know, we on YouTube are always trying new things. Even if we like something, we still try new things just to see if we can knock it off of the throne, you know. For exfoliation, I really believe you should cleanse your face and then exfoliate. There's no other method. I mean, you need to cleanse your face and exfoliate. Because as you get older, your face is not exfoliating itself as well as it did when we were younger. For some reason, we had all the hormones and juices and things that would take care of sloughing off that outer layer of dead skin. And as you get older, it doesn't. So we get buildup of layers of skin that don't slough off. And we start to get dull looking skin because the shiny new stuff isn't allowed to show through. It's covered up by the dull skin. It can look patchy as it starts to peel slowly. It'll start to look patchy. You'll look dry all the time. You get all these horrible pores. So it's always recommended that you exfoliate this outer layer off. It doesn't hurt you at all. It's very good for your skin. It rejuvenates it, makes it want to create more new bright shiny skin when you take off all the old outside skin. So exfoliation is really good. I discovered Sonia Roselli, and she's a makeup artist of makeup artists. I mean, other makeup artists buy products from her. And this is her Sex Appeal, and it is a liquid spray, and it is an exfoliant that works better than anything I've ever tried, ever. This is a wonderful exfoliant. I use it in the shower. I close my eyes, I spray it on my face, I wait like 10 seconds, and then I do the circles, and boy, it all comes out. And I know it's not just taking product off, it's taking the skin. Because I notice if I use it 2 days in a row, on the third day, it's not taking anything off. So I know it works, and I love this so much. I have two backups. And I'm not a backup kind of person. I don't like to back up things, really. But I wasn't getting out very much, and with this, I wanted to make sure I had it, because she was selling out of it all the time, probably because people like me were backing it up. I don't know. But I'm almost out. I mean, I'm down to about a quarter of the bottle here, so I've got 2 more here that I have not opened yet. Now, as far as exfoliating the rest, this is a body brush, and it's not as stiff as it looks. It looks like something you'd scrub like a bathroom with or something. This is a skin brush. You literally brush dry skin, not wet, dry skin. Before you go in the shower, you run this over your elbows, your arms, your back, your legs, torso, everything. Back of the legs where all the cellulite is, you brush it dry. And then you go into the shower. That is a dry skin brush, it's called. Moisturizers for eye cream. I got this as a sample. It's Dr. Jart Ceramidin eye cream. I've been using this now for about 3 months. I use it under my eyes. I find that my eyes seem to take makeup much easier. I really like it. I mean, as far as eye creams go, I use a lot of moisturizers and stuff, and I do use concealers, I use color correctors, things like that. I like the ceramide from Dr. Jart. This was a free sample given to me as a rouge. The Ordinary, they carry this at Ulta, they carry it at Sephora, which surprised me because it's a cheapy brand. I mean, it doesn't cost very much. This is their hyaluronic acid, and I'm probably about halfway through this. I use this after I exfoliate. I then use this. I get this in it because I'm not using a retinol product right now. The closest thing I come to treatment is the Pie, and this is the Rose Hip Oil, which I love. I've got about half a jar here. It's my second bottle of this. I really like it. It's a Rose Hip. Those 2 things I've been using like after I exfoliate, and then I cover it up with a moisturizer. So I don't really do a really complex system. The moisturizer I'm using right now is e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. This is the best moisturizer I've used that I can remember. This is the La Cura, and this is the day cream, and this does have an SPF in it. This is basically a moisturizer with SPF in it. I don't really like it to be too complicated in the morning. I'm not a scientist. I don't get it where some people here, they're not even cosmetologists, and they're talking on here, well, you do this, and then they're using all these 4-syllable words like they studied it like they're scientists. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just like gonna be straightforward. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor. So I'm just going to tell you what I did and what's been working okay for me. So that's all we have to go on here. And my skin may be a little different from yours. You may have allergies to some of the products. So I never am going to tell you you have to use this. And I always am hesitant to talk about skincare for just that reason. Because your skin's different than mine. I can tell you right now, your skin's different than mine. You may have dry skin, but you may have dry skin that's got other issues. Maybe you're sensitive to certain product ingredients that I'm not allergic to, and I just slather it on my face with no problem. You're going to slather it on your face and you'll get a reaction. So I'm always a little hesitant about skincare, and this is the only one of the favorites of 2021 that I actually don't really like doing because it's just what worked for me, and I don't want to sell you something that doesn't work for you when it works really well for me. Let's go into the shower because I think we've had enough with the face stuff. I have. In the shower, this is my favorite body wash. I just use this from Trader Joe's. This is Refresh. Refresh has an orangey, tangerine-y, citrus kind of smell. Gets everything clean, quick. It doesn't leave a residue in the bathtub. It's very, very pleasant to use. It works. I just think that because when I'm showering, I use like a puff and I get all of the stuff all over and everything, and then I rinse it off. It's not on my skin like for, you know, an hour and a half so that I can get the skincare benefits from it. So I'm not going to invest any money in my body wash in the shower. You know, my mom used to use Ivory soap and a face cloth, and she had beautiful skin till she was 72 when she passed away. She had beautiful skin. She never had problems. And I think a lot of people who have beautiful skin, it's DNA, it's their genes. It's passed down from their parents, their family. So this just works nicely for me, and I love the smell of it, and it works nice, and it's cheap and easy. Cheap and easy. That's kind of my motto for getting through life. Now sometimes in winter I will alternate that with this, and this is the Up and Up, which is Target's home brand. This is the Deep Moisturizing Body Wash. I use this every other day, and it's really just to kind of keep in check that I don't have dry skin, because I used to get really bad dry skin patches on my skin. I don't anymore, so I think I'm doing something right here. For moisturizer, this is the Hydrating Hyaluronic Body Gel Cream, and this again from Trader Joe's. I use this as my body moisturizer. I use something a little different on my feet. This is the Feel Fruit Orange Foot Cream. This is one, I love the smell of oranges. I just find them very refreshing and pleasant. So I got this, I think I got this at a TJ Maxx, but you can get it like from Amazon. It is an orange foot cream. So I do use foot creams on my feet, and I use general moisturizers on the rest of me. So again, I don't invest a lot of money in this. These are hygiene products, they're not collectibles. So I just, you know, buy what'll work pretty well. And this works pretty well to me. I like Trader Joe's a lot. I like a lot of their products are good. For eyebrows, this is the Just for Men. And this is the blonde shade, and it's a beard and mustache dye, and I use that on my eyebrows, and I haven't used it in a while, and I think I need it because I've been using these you know, these brow gels that have tints in them, and it's not quite the same thing as having tinted eyebrows because I have a lot of white and gray hair in my eyebrows. This takes care of it. And it says 5 minutes here. I do it for probably about 7 or 8 minutes, but I literally just take a mascara wand, and you can get a little package of empty mascara wands. I mix a blob of each of the color and the developer. I mix them together, and then I put the mascara wand in, and I brush it up through each brow, set a timer for 7 minutes, and then I wipe it off first with a face cloth, a wet face cloth, and then I rinse it and wash my face. And this works once a month. You can do this if you get a lot of gray and white hair in your brows. This is a great brow dye. It saves you a lot of money because now they're coming out with brow dyes that are pretty much the same thing, but they're charging a lot of money for it because it's a specialty item, and you don't really need that. In the shower, this is a scalp massager, and it helps stimulate your scalp. This is just amazing. And when you have shampoo in, you can, you know, kind of swirl the shampoo through, but I use it basically as a scalp massage. Once I've got the shampoo in, I will just kind of, you know, zhuzh it around a little bit. It kills all the colonies of yeast and other things that are grooming in there, all those like product buildup, things like that will get loosened up from this, and this washes up so easily. It's so cheap. These are only a couple bucks. You may even be able to find it in the Dollar Tree. I don't know. I got mine on Amazon, and I think that it's got little spikes on it, little rubber spikes. It doesn't hurt you, it doesn't cut you. You just go lightly and just go like this, and it rejuvenates your hair follicles. It does something to make them want to grow. So it helps with hair growth. It helps prevent or slow down your hair loss because it stimulates blood flow to the scalp, and that's what the hair follicles need. So there I am, a doctor again. I'm not a doctor, I got to tell you that. But this thing works really nicely. And it's cheap. So this stuff. This is the Moroccan Oil Color Depositing Mask. And this stuff is, it comes in blonde, brown, black, and then I think blue, pink, and purple. It doesn't come in a lot of colors. So you have to pick one. I picked the blonde, and this is, I probably washed this probably 3 times since. This is not really hair color, it's a hair treatment mask, a moisturizing hair treatment mask. It really made my hair feel so healthy. And it's a goop. It's just a goop that you put on your hair. Now I put the whole container on. This is a 1 serving size. It's like $7 on Amazon. It's a treatment. It's a treatment. So I pour it all on my head. I got all my hair saturated with it. I set a timer for 45 minutes, just like you would for a hair color. But this isn't a hair color. It doesn't have those toxic chemicals. It's a hair moisturizing mask. So you get the benefits of a hair color and you get the benefits of the moisturizing hair mask. And it was crinkly hard. When I went into the shower and rinsed it off, it was soft as silk and looked so healthy. It looked so different. Beautiful. It looked beautiful. So I do recommend, this is the Moroccan Oil Color Depositing Mask. Now when I don't use this sort of color, if I use the box color and it starts to go a little brassy, this is the Amica, and this is that purple shampoo stuff. It comes out purpley, it's purple goop. See? There you are. That actually looks so foreboding. You know, when you put it on your hair, it's all purple. I'm like, oh my God, you know, what's gonna happen here, right? And it actually made my hair look so neutral blonde, so much nicer. Again, and another healthy sort of thing, but you have to leave it on for, you know, like 5 minutes or so, and then once you rinse it off, it just takes all that brassiness out, and your hair can get rather brassy from especially the boxed hair colors. So this Amica, I've got a small one here. I just got a small container. I didn't get a big one. For shampoo and conditioner, I rediscovered it because I bought one of those kits that has 3 or 4 things, living proof. I forgot how much I loved this shampoo and conditioner. I do love it. And I do it every other day because every other day I use my apple cider vinegar shampoo to take out crap. I make sure that I have that with my little scruffy thing. My apple cider vinegar shampoo is what I use to really cleanse. Every other day I use the good stuff here, the nice shampoo, the nice conditioner. This one, I use this, and I do use the conditioner, or I use the Olaplex 3 as a conditioner when I use this. So I think it's a really great shampoo. I got it at TJ Maxx. Now, hair prep at the end when you're blow drying your hair. This is the Rusk Thicker. I didn't use that today because for some reason I was thinking I was going to wear a wig, but I didn't. I decided I'm just going to go on natural here, let you see what my hair looks like. This is my real hair. So the Rusk Thicker adds a lot of body and depth to your hair, so when you blow dry, if you put this in and you blow dry it out, you will get like more volume, and the volume gives that kind of optical illusion of a lot more hair. So this is really good. Rusk Thicker. This has been around forever, and you can get that in Ulta, or even Walmart I think sells this now. These are little fibers, little soy fibers I think they are, and they're tinted fibers, and they will stick. They're magnetized and they stick to your scalp, so it looks like hair, and it gives the optical illusion that you've got hair where you don't have hair. So when I have sparse areas, like if I part my hair in some places, I've got a lot of scalp showing. And after a shower, when your scalp's pink and shiny, you can put a few of these Topic fibers on the top. They stay there all day. They don't smear down or run down or turn to liquid or anything. They're really good. I like the, this is hair building fibers, they're called, and this is the brown shade, the light brown shade. The blonde is a little yellowy white, so if you have really white hair, like light white, I'm actually on the brown side, the light brown side with this. If you have lighter hair than I do, you may like the blonde, but I found it was a little on the yellowy side, so I didn't really care for it. You can always mix them together, but Topics is the best. They're just so good, and they stay put, and it can really cover your scalp. This is Paw Paw, and this is a 7-in-1 hair treatment styler. This is a beautiful product. You basically, when you spray this on, it gives your hair a beautiful smell. It gives it body. It's a protectant against heat, so when you're blow drying it, it won't frazzle up. It's a defrizzer. Dr. Paw Paw is a British doctor. This is a British brand. It is not from the South, and somebody chastised me because I said something that's not a hick. Stop calling us people from the South hicks. So I'm sorry that I said he's not some hick from the South. I got to be a little more politically correct, I guess. I really apologize. I don't mean anything by it. My family's from the South. My father's from Georgia, and most of my family's from North Carolina and the South. So, I mean, I like the people there. I do. Dr. Paw Paw is from the UK, and this is a great brand. I love the smell that it puts in your hair. It makes your hair stronger. It does help defrizz. It's good for heat resistance when you're using hot tools, and it's just a downright defrizzer. Really good. So 7-in-1 from Dr. Paw Paw is really good. Now when I want a little bit of shine, this is the coconut milk. This is nourishing coconut milk from the OGK. And this will put shine in your hair. It'll put shine in. So, I mean, you can start off with really unhealthy hair and have it disguised pretty well with all these products. For hairspray, I've been using Umberto, Beverly Hills. It's just, you know, I'm not that picky about hairspray. I just wanted to hold my hair and not clump up and not let my hair move too much and not feel too stiff. So this is nice. I got it, I think it was on sale somewhere. Deodorant, Lumi. My only complaint about Lumi is that the scents are very weird. They're not normal smelling scents. Now this one is supposed to be clean tangerine, and it doesn't smell like that to me. It smells like some kind of chemicals. So this is a deodorant that was developed by an obstetrician to treat her patients for reducing odors and things in the nether regions. And you can use this anywhere, because what it does is it kills the germs that create and bacteria that create the odor. So wherever you get any kind of sweat and it mixes and it creates bacteria, you get that smell. This works really well. This is an awkward conversation. This is good for under the arms, the bra straps, you know, the boob sweat thing. nether regions, feet, it works everywhere because it kills the same kind of bacteria in all of those places that causes the odors. So, all right, I've had enough. Okay. For hair tools, this was gifted to me by one of you, and I use it every other day probably. I don't always do my hair, but when I do my hair, I do use this. I love it. It's a hot air brush, and I see that they reformulated this. What do you call it when they remanufactured this in a slightly different form? They have it flatter now, and I like that because this is more of a, you know, I use it as a hot air brush, and it really smooths out your hair and it closes your hair follicles so your hair lays really smooth. You can do hot or cold on this particular one. I clean it by using, you know, just like a hair comb. You can clean it out. I just used it this morning, so I've got some hair in there. I'm losing a lot of hair, okay? But it does, it's hot, but it's also a brush. So I literally brush my hair while the hot air is coming out, and when my hair is drying, I'm giving it volume, I'm closing up the pores, I'm shaping it. I can even put a little loopy-doop at the bottom if I want a loopy-doop at the bottom. It's a really nice tool to have, and it's not very expensive. This is a Revlon one. And have a look, go for the flatter one, because I think the flatter one can do more smoothing, which is really what you want. You want more smoothing nowadays. Before we used to just like fluffy hair. We wanted big fluffy hair when in the 70s and 80s, remember? Big fluffy hair. And then we would smash it down with stuff and have it flow, and I had crazy hairstyles in the 80s. I used to love fluffy because then I could glue it up, you know, and it would stay in place all big. But nowadays, they're not doing the big fluffy thing. They don't want fluffy. They want healthy. They want hair to look healthy and managed and pulled together in order to look bougie, you know, in order to look extra. You want it to be smooth, not fluffy. So this is smooth, not fluffy. These two items go so well together. This is a silicone mat where you put your hot tools in so they don't burn the table or the surface that you have them on. You can also put it like this and stick the thing like that until you need it. I mean, I've seen hairdressers, they have things like this, but this is a great tool for your hair products. And this is a smoother. So you can smooth with this part, you know, by putting it through, and then you have a lock on it that will lock it, and you can do like curling iron stuff, you know, with it heated up. I'm not heating it up now, but it's a great thing. And again, you can clean these, you know, just by doing this, and there are tools you can use to clean these things. But I love this, and this was very inexpensive. I think I got this at TJ Maxx. But I like the fact that it's a smoothing iron and it's also a brush, a heated brush. So you can make that curly thing at the end. Really cool. And also, last but not least, I want to talk about my makeup holders. This is my favorite tool, and it is, I have two of these, and they hold all of my makeup items. My makeup items are organized. Of course, it dropped, but I have all of my lipsticks on the top there. Yeah, I got more than 16 now. I know. But I have sections for each type of makeup. I have all of my foundations in one, I have my powders in one, my blushes in one, my contour and highlight in one, I have all my eye pencils in one, all my brow stuff in one. It is so convenient to have these plastic containers. I don't keep a lot of makeup. I'm not a makeup hoarder. A lot of YouTubers on here have drawers and drawers and drawers, the IKEA drawers. I don't. I just have little sections because I'm constantly changing my my collection around to just keep what I like. And I give away what I don't like. I donate what I don't like. I return some things that are really bad that I feel that they shouldn't have been really bad. And you know, I keep a pretty civilized collection because of that. Someday I will show you what I actually have in my collection. And I thank you so much for watching today. I hope that it's been helpful for you in some ways. Maybe you took some notes and you'll be picking up some of these things. These were all my beauty tools, skincare, hair care, bath stuff, general products that I like to use so that I can function with my hygiene and my makeup life. So I hope all of you are well. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Toodles.